All right, good morning. Happy Monday to you. It's Coffee with Coach as usual on a Monday morning. Coach, we're talking about the Bulldogs, and last week we had Ashdown on the schedule.
Yes, we did.
We did travel well to Ashdown with junior high.
Yes.
Seventh grade got a huge win.
Uh-huh.
Junior high, we believe in spotting other teams a few points before we decide to get off the bus. And
Yes.
can you
Yes.
speak on that just a little bit. And
It takes them a little time to wake up, and once we can figure out how to get a good start going, and those guys will really take off.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about that group is they're buying into what we're doing. They don't panic when they're down. I think we're down 20-0 at one point, 20-6, 20-8 at half, and then once again they put themselves in position to win that game. That junior group has put themselves in position to win every game this year, and that's all you can ask for is these guys to give themselves a chance to win, because we'll set them up for success, and they executed well, and that was an exciting football game. It really was.
I knew your quarterback that day was sick. He was out. He was throwing up that morning. He overcome that. And I just want to give a shout out to Austin Hudson, because there was a fourth down play that I know y'all watched it on film that just surprised the heck out of me. That a kid with at that age, with that awareness, he knew he had to get to the sticks because he could have just ran out of bounds.
Yes.
He put a foot in the ground, made somebody miss, and got the first down. It was huge.
I tell you, being an eighth grader, he's really impressive. And I don't look at size, I look at heart, and he's got so much heart, and does everything we ask of him, and he's going to be a special one to watch coming up the next few years.
So let's switch gears to Friday night. Hometown crowd had the old neon student section going on. Let's talk about the injury epidemic. Okay, I hate to say that, but I think I saw 9 student athletes on the sideline not dressed out. So kind of talk about that a little bit, and how is it after Friday night? Are we still good? We got more? Or
No, nobody else went down on Friday night. You saw Casey Davis kind of come off, in the fourth quarter, and that was more of a prevention thing than anything.
Right.
Just at that point in the game, didn't want him to re-injure his shoulder. The injury epidemic, it's one of those things that's an uncontrollable value, and so you don't beat yourself up about it. All you can do is get the next man ready to go. And all the while still trying to keep those guys that are banged up, motivated, and keeping them excited to be around the program. You still want those guys to come to practice and be a part of everything that we're doing, and learning, so when they come back, that they're ready to go.
Right.
And that you use Casey Davis as an example. Busts up his collarbone right there in fall camp back in August. Doesn't miss a single practice. He's engaged in practice. He's doing things that he can do, and then he comes back last week and this week, and he was ready to roll. And so he put himself in a situation to be ready when he was healthy. But we have not played a game full strength yet with 100% of our team, which is it's very, very irritating. But it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason, and so maybe by one of these conference games we'll get full strength and see what we can do.
Right. So a few players have had to step up. I'll just make mention of any of those. Cole Bailey had to. He had to play quarterback out of nowhere against Ashdown. Speak on him and anybody else that maybe has stepped up in the absence of some of these students.
And when you look at the game of football, when you have got guys that are injured, it's really easy to step in and play linebacker, or really easy to step in and play, wide receiver or running back. But to step in and play quarterback against, in my opinion, probably a top 15 team in 4A, man, hats off to Cole Bailey. He did an amazing job all week getting himself prepared, being coachable, and then stepping into that role and really ran the offense pretty well. I was extremely proud of how he did it. Callum Fielding, the first time Callum Fielding ever punted a football was on Thursday, and then he steps into punting for us on Friday night. Guys like Robert Reinhardt stepping up, starting both ways as a sophomore. A guy that's been, he's actually really quiet in life itself, but he's had a quiet year, but he's been productive as a guy like Sam Ayler. He's been in the top 3 in tackles each game, 5+ tackles each game. He's our second leading tackler right now behind Cole Bailey. He's had a very, very good sophomore campaign. And then Casey Davis, coming back off injury. He was our second leading rusher the other night, and then our second leading tackler as well. Right. So, man, just all the guys that stepped in and played vital roles. If you were there on Friday night, you obviously know there late in the first quarter, we're ready to tie the game up. We're moving the football, playing good. We limited turnovers, but we still turned the ball over less than usual.
Yep.
I wrote it real big on the meeting room board this week. We have one offensive goal, and that's 0 turnovers. So if we do that, I'm gonna buy the kids pizza next week. So,
there we go. I like that.
So maybe we'll keep the ball in their hands. But man, I was proud of the execution of our kids on Friday night. We had a good game plan, and gave ourselves a chance to be in it early.
Yeah, we had the least amount of turnovers we've had all year so far, and the least amount of penalties, which was crazy because Ashdown did lead us in penalties, which hasn't been happening. So I know you're talking about ball protection with your kids and cover the football up. So it doesn't get any easier.
No, it doesn't.
In this conference, but we get a trip to the defending state champion Malvern Leopards Friday night. So are they as good as they're cracked up to be, or?
We watched a lot of film yesterday, and the first thing I want to say about this is why you coach football. You play the game to play in games like this, playing good competition. It gets the best out of you. So I'm excited, and I think the kids are excited to play a team of that caliber. They're good. They do a lot of different things on film. They line up a lot of different ways. It's one of the toughest preparation times I've had, just because of how many different ways they line up, and they've got 3 or 4 really good athletes they get the ball to. Defense, they run a 4-front and 4 really good defensive linemen. So they're a good ball team, and I know we're going to get their best, so hopefully we give them our best. And it's really any given Friday night. You never know what team's going to show up or what's going to happen. I know there's a lot of variables for both teams. So all we can do is compete our best and hold on to the football.
That's right. That's right. So, Coach, I've been hearing a lot lately about the kids on the sideline. I keep thinking that they're mooing when a big play occurs. So, can you explain that and where that came from?
Yeah, for sure. So, my younger brother plays football at Harding University, and they were in the flex bone as well. And I learned so much from that coaching staff and how they operate and how they do things. And when they get a big chunk of yardage, they make this sound, which I thought originally was booing. You thought it was mooing.
Yeah.
I thought it was booing. It's actually what they're saying is woom. And so it's like when there's a collision or a car wreck or somebody punches somebody in the face. It's like a woom, like ooh, like okay. That was a big collision, big play. So just kind of something that I kind of stole from them. And so when we get a big play, we'll say, woo.
The kids are buying into it.
Yeah, junior high kids, they love it. And senior high, we're getting there. I kind of try to lead it. And it's always kind of scary if you're kind of across the field and you've got that much confidence and everybody's buying into the same thing. So hopefully on Friday night we get some womb going. Right. And then Thursday night, in junior high games, you hear it almost every other play. So.
Right. Well, there you go, folks. I know some of y'all have asked, and now you know what the womb is all about. So, Malvern's coming to town Thursday, 5:30 kickoff for 7th grade, 7 o'clock for junior high, and then we travel to Malvern. Reminder to those that are traveling to Malvern, the conference tickets are $7 at the gate. So, just a heads up on that. Anyways, thanks for coming in this morning, Coach, and go Dogs.
Hey, go Dogs, TCB.